Hello all and welcome in this video lectures series on C programming. We are discussing loop control, that is iterative statements present in C programming language. In this video lecture we are going to discuss some programs using for loop control statement. So as we know that the syntax for this for loop, fine. So first we are going to define the keyword for, followed with expression 1, expression 2, expression 3, which are present within the bracket, and every expression is separated with the help of this semicolon. And here the expression 1 is nothing but simple the initialization expression. Expression 2 is simple the condition, and expression 3 is an update expression. Okay, so as shown, this is my expression number 1, this one is expression number 2, and here is the expression number 3. And as we know that the expression number 1 get executed only once at the beginning of for loop and is used to initialize a value to a variable, right? So first I am going to initialize the variable, then the condition. So this is get executed first, right? So this is get executed first, then in a second step it is going to check the condition, which is nothing but an expression 2, right? So first this is condition expression 2. If this condition is true, right, then it go for executing the body of this for loop as indicated here, right? And after completing, it will come back to this expression number 3, right? So this is first, second, this one is the third, and now the fourth activity is update the expression. And after updating this expression, right, so this is my fourth activity, it will go back to this again expression number 2, that is nothing but what the condition. And if it is true, again the same cycle is repeated, 2 3 4 5, 2 3 4 5. And if this is false, then directly the next statement which is present out of this for loop, this get executed, right? For example, if I am writing for I is equal to 1, I should be or I is less than 10, then I plus plus. And here I am going to suppose print, say print f hello 1. So what will happen? Initially I is equal to 1 as the value, then this is first the value 1 is get assigned, then the one, this is the second step. When this condition is checked whether 1 is less than 10, yes, then this loop is executed. What is that? Hello 1. Then it is going to update the value. Now the new value is what? 2. Again it is going to check it. In this way, as the 2 is less than 10, again hello 1. In this way the things are going to work for this for loop statement. So let us consider this program statement, right? What is my program statement? Write a program to multiply two integer numbers using for loop. Just try to get this. We are not supposed to use this multiply sign. For example, suppose number 1 is my first number, number 2 is the second number, right? And the result I want to assign to variable z. Then how simply we are going to write number 1 multiplied with number 2, right? But here we are not supposed to use this multiplication operator, right? Then we have to do this with the help of loop control statement. In short, right? So here the successive addition, this logic is helpful. So let us first know about what is successive addition. Suppose I am there with these two numbers. Number 1 value is 5 and the number 2 value is 4. I am there with two variable, integer say number 1 is equal to 5, integer number 2 is equal to 4, and I want to do the multiplication. Then how we are going to deal with this? Say either one of this number is going to work as a counter. For example, say first I am going to add 5 in 0, my result is 5. I am performing this addition by 1. Okay, once I am going to perform the addition, then whatever my result is there, within this result I am going to add again the same number, right? Say this is my 5, I am getting the result as 10. Again add 5, result is 15. Again add 5, the result is 20. Now if I am going to pay attention towards this addition number of times, say addition process, this is first addition, second addition, third addition and the fourth addition. Means what? I am going to repeat this addition process 4 times, right? So this 4 is nothing but what? My second number. Similarly I can go also with this, say 4 plus 0, the result is 4, 4 plus 4, result is 8, 8 plus 4, the result is 12, 12 plus 4, the result is 16, and 16 plus 4, the result is 20. If I am going to pay attention towards how many times we did the addition, so this is 1, this one is 2, this one is 3, this one is 4, and this is the last one, that is 5. So it indirectly reflects the first number, right? So this logic now I am going to apply. So for that I am going to declare few variables. Say integer number 1, this variable I am going to define here, number 2, then to store the result variable which I am going to initialize to 0, and to keep the track of this addition I am going to define one variable, that is variable I. Okay, then just assign a value to number 1 and number 2. So scanf, so no doubt consider I am writing these whole things into the main function, right? So scanf %d, comma, ampersand number 1, ampersand number 2. Okay, then means what? Simple, I am going to assign the values. So now consider my number 1 is 5 and number 2 is 4. So here I am going to, here my number of times the addition I am going to perform, it should be less than or equal to second number. Just try to get this. The number of times I am going to add first number into itself, it should be less than or equal to the second number, right? So for that, how I am going to define? I am supposed to write the loop here. Simple, for, right, I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to number 2, and I plus plus. Okay, and then result is equal to, simple, this result is equal to result plus number 1. Okay, and finally printf %d, comma, this result. Okay, sorry, right? So now let's pay attention how exactly the things are going to work. Let me rub this. Okay, so here I am there with the first iteration. Alright, so initially just wait, let me select the pen. Okay, number 1 is say 5 and number 2 is say 4. Okay, so now I initially in first iteration the value of I is 1. Now whether this 1 is less than 4, yes, as yes, it goes inside this loop. So now result is equal to, so to define this result I am writing in this way, result is now equal to this 0, that is initial value, plus 5. So after first the result value is 5. Now again, now the value of I is get incremented by 1. So in a second iteration I is equal to 2, right? So now whether 2 is less than 4, yes, again go with this. So result value earlier it is 5, 5 plus 5, the value is 10. In second iteration I is 3, then 10 plus 5, 50, and in next iteration the value of I is 4, the result is 20. And after this again the value of I is get incremented by 1. Now the value of I is 5 whereas the number is 4. So as the condition is not satisfied, directly the value of result, that is 20, is get displayed on the output screen. So in this way without using the multiplication operator, we can do the addition, the multiplication of two numbers using the successive addition method. So let us cross check this. Okay, so here the first number, number 1, second number, number 2, and the same things I have defined. So I is equal to 1, I should be less than or equal to number 2, I plus plus. So result, initially the result variable is assigned to 0. So let us go with the stepwise execution. Okay, so these are the variable. Number is get initialized with 0, number 2 with some garbage value, I with 0, result is again with some garbage value. So now I am assigning a value to first variable. Say my first variable is 5, right? So the value 5 is get assigned to number 1, and value 4 is get assigned to second, right? So now it is 5 and 4. Now next, right? So I, the value of I is now 1. So result is equal to result plus number 1, right? So 0 plus 5, the result is 5. The value of I is get incremented by 1. Now the I is 2. So 2 is less than 4. Again it will do the addition. Now the value of I is 3, right? So now I is, that is 3 is less than 4. Yes. Next. And now 4 is less than or equal to 4. Yes. Then 20, right? So now the value of I is 5. So the moment at which value of I is 5, this condition is not satisfied, and directly we are going to get the result, that is the multiplication result of 5 and 4 is 20 on the output screen, right? So in this way, without using the multiplication operator, we can do the multiplication of two numbers using simply for loop.